Come to the main business of the day, and the main business of the day is that yesterday we saw on Tony Asankuma's timeline advertising the submission of entries for Ghana Movie Awards 2019, and I'm sure Tony now has something for us. Tony, Ghana Movie Awards 2019, what is happening? What is new, boss?
Honestly, I don't know anything happening. Yes.
You can't tell me this.
Yes, that's very true. I don't know anything about
So why did you put that information on your timeline? Because when you do it, I know it is serious.
Yes. So a filmmaker hit me up. Kofiche, I don't know if he's listening. He hit me up and he's like, Tony, I want to ask your opinion about something. I was like, yeah, sure. He's like, do you think I should submit my film for the Ghana Movie Awards? I was like, Ghana Movie Awards, where? When? He said, yes, they've opened nominations. I was like, no. I haven't heard it. And he said, oh wait, let me get you the artwork. So he found the artwork and sent it to me. And then when I checked, truly speaking, they have opened nominations and they are closing nominations by 20th of November. I was like, wow, this is quite interesting. I'm sure a lot of people don't know about it. So let me at least do my little bit to contribute to the conversation. So I shared the poster, urging people those who are interested, to go and submit their films for this year's Ghana Movie Awards. Yes, that's all I know about the scheme so far. But
then the poster, do you think it is coming from an original source?
Okay, so I did my little checks.
Okay.
And then I checked. I the franchise owner is Fred Rama. So I checked his post to be sure. I didn't see anything about the Ghana Movie Awards on his post. Okay. But I think I saw some other blogs that might have, per my knowledge, might have some affiliation with the scheme, also posting that artwork. So that led me to believe that it is true. And then I also, for a very long time, I personally have been complaining about the fact that when the awards was held last year, we never saw the list of winners. But strangely, there's now a list of last year's winners on the Ghana Movie Awards website.
Okay.
Yes. So that has led me to believe that they are actually
preparing for
this year's edition.
Oh, okay.
And me putting that out there, a lot of people are actually surprised because they didn't know. And that is one of the problems I've had with the Ghana Movie Awards up to this point, or even going forward. I think the whole scheme is shrouded with so much secrecy that it is not encouraging to be a part of. Okay. I don't know if you want us to take the conversation.
No. We are talking. We are now in our business.
Yes, so let's take last week, and I think last 2 weeks we had conversations about the Oscars, and not just the Oscars, but films that were in running for the Oscars.
Okay.
In the history of Ghana Movie Awards, have you heard any conversation about the Ghana Movie Awards that has been about the films before? Think about it. Have you had any conversation that has been about the films that have been submitted to the Ghana Movie Awards before?
It has always been about the people.
The people.
And their commentary.
And most surprisingly, or most top of priority for most of the time, who wore what. There's never been a time that we've had conversation about the Ghana Movie Awards and you're like,
this movie is a great movie.
It's a great movie. Let's all try and go and see it. But look at what Oscars has even done for Lionheart, which was disqualified.
I even heard that Nigeria also presented another movie from, I think, Australia also.
Yeah, it's not a Nigerian film. It's an Australian film. Sorry, not Australia. Austrian film that is about Nigerian prostitutes. Okay. Yes, working in Austria.
But they presented it in line with Nigeria, as in getting the international.
Nigerians wanted to tap into it because the subject matter of the film was about Nigerians. You understand? Okay. But for the Oscars, every country that submits only one film. And Nigerian's film was Lionheart. And per the rules, you can shoot a film in your country in another country's language. Yeah. So Austria can shoot a film about Nigerians, and if majority of the dialect is in Igbo, which is a Nigerian dialect, Austria can submit that film as their submission. Okay, yes. Again, this small conversation we've had about the Oscars, we are talking about the films.
Yeah. People are looking for the movies.
People are looking for the movies to see them. Focus is going on who directed the movie, what went into the movie, who starred or who played a certain role in the movie. But when you come to conversations about the Ghana Movie Awards, nothing. Even plaques self is an issue. And now, out of nowhere, you put out a poster that you are opening for nominations. A nomination ends on November 20th. No proper press, no proper media runs, no proper information about how people can submit, what categories they can submit for, what is the year under review, what are the films you are hoping to see. And even when all these things are done, we know that the Ghana Movie Awards is usually held in December. When are they going to finish selecting the films, and when are people actually going to get time to delve into the films for the good of the industry? And that is why a scheme like the Ghana Movie Awards to me will never be attractive. Because when that young filmmaker Kofi Che asked me if he should submit, I told him, Kofi, you have a good film, one of the good films I've seen this year so far. I told him he shouldn't waste his time with the Ghana Movie Awards, because I feel like he is not going to get any attention with that award scheme for the work he put into his film, which is very sad. Pascal Aka is about to release a film in January next year, and he submitted his film into the Nigerian Film Festival, which is African Film Festival, ARIF. And he's supposed to premiere it I think tonight or tomorrow, and he's already getting a lot of press in Nigeria per his film, just because it's a festival. The Borough of Kojo screened at the opening of the festival, a Ghanaian film, and they had a standing ovation. So it should tell you that we are putting out films that are of a certain quality, that need attention, that need conversations to be about the films, and not award schemes that would use. Yesterday, for instance, you had conversations about how these awards schemes
they are not getting the necessary support
in the music industry, are not getting the necessary support, and how they are used to profit off the musicians. It feels as though it's the same thing that is happening with the Ghana Movie Awards. You are telling us people should submit their films, and by 20th November, submissions will be closed. I'm sure within 2 weeks or maybe 10 days after the 20th, they'll tell us these are the nominations. And then,
as to which movie, how good or bad the movie is,
no conversations about the films.
Anything about them.
No.
We will only hear the movies that passed, and that will be all.
That will be all. And then, I know Ghana Movie Awards is in the last week of December. Then they hold the event. People get called up on stage to come and pick up awards. They get to pose with the dummy plaque for winning an award. On what merit we cannot tell. We do not know who the Academy or board for the Ghana Movie Awards are. And then, after all that is done, we don't even get a list of those who won. And those who even won do not get plaques. I mean, we deserve better. There are people doing amazing work. Again, the Borough of Kojo, for instance, is in contention for the Golden Globes, a Ghanaian film. And if you speak to the people around that film, they are nowhere interested in the Ghana Movie Awards. They might not be straightforward about it, but they are not. They'll dilly-dally around the questions because they do not have faith in the scheme. My question and my frustration is, what is wrong with us having a credible award scheme that throws some light onto the works? Award schemes that cause conversations about the films. Award schemes that would force people to want to see the film. Look, after all this talk about Lionheart, people in Ghana are even interested in watching Lionheart.
I know. So many people. I've seen so many conversations online about people who are looking forward to see the movie.
And then some don't even know that Ghana also has a film that has been submitted, and now those who have found out are like, oh, where can I see this film? I saw someone commented on one of my posts asking, is this film on YouTube, talking about Azali?
Okay,
so now there's interest in people seeing the film because they've heard that film is in the running for a nomination at the Oscars. Isn't that the conversations that should come out from award schemes when we are talking about the film industry? Can't we dedicate an entire 2 months of having all these films being talked about on radio and TV platforms? Like for instance, when we even look at the VGMA, which is the biggest music award scheme in Ghana, every year during the VGM, personally, there are some songs I might never have heard before, but around that VGMA time, because of nominations and conversations, you end up going to look for these songs, listening to these songs, and then you end up falling in love with the songs. And then it helps the craft of that artist. Why can't we have that for the Ghana Movie Awards?
I like the question, and so, like someone would say, a question for the gods. I want to believe you guys have also heard that the president, that is Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has called for local content in media programming. Arnold, amazing.
Yeah, he's called for it.
Yes, during the Nafac, though he wasn't there. Zylofon minister really spoke on his behalf. Yes,
he called for it through someone.
He called for it. What is he doing?
Let me read something for you before you even come in. The story was published on 11th November 2019, Ghana Web, Ghana News Agency, and it says President calls for local content in media programs. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has called for the need to have local content in media programs in Ghana as a matter of regulation. As a matter of what? Regulation, to preserve the rich Ghanaian culture. Now, the president said the future of tourism rested in the rich culture of the country, and it was imperative for the media to promote that culture in a well-packaged manner to attract investment for the growth of the economy. In a speech read on his behalf at the opening of the 2019 edition of the National Festival of Arts and Culture, Nafac, by the senior minister, Mr. Zylofon, the president said the Ghanaian culture was as relevant as ever in national development and must be promoted at all costs. Bro, so the man has called for local content in media programming.
And yes, calling for it is one thing. Getting the people,
and as a matter of regulation.
As a matter of regulation. Now, granted that, media owners agree and content providers also agree to do what he's saying, it will mean there will be an upsurge in the demand for local content. Do we have the necessary framework and the environment to be able to produce to match the demand? Do we have the financial muscle? Granted that we even get the financial muscle to do these productions, do we have the protection, legal elements that will ensure that whatever it is we produce for these channels are well protected, and that the producers who put in a lot of investment to get these things done get their monies back, make at least small profit to reinvest and keep the wheel running? Is that possible? It's like calling for people to buy lamps when you don't have kerosene provision systems. They will buy the lamp, but they can't use it because they need kerosene to use these lamps. But you're calling them to buy lamps. How would they operate it? There's no kerosene. So it's like, yes, talking, he has to talk. But realistically, when you get on the ground, will these people be able to produce the local content so much so that our TV stations and radio stations will have a lot of them to be able to reduce the foreign content we have? Realistically, will we be able to meet it? Most of them will tell you no. Sikaka krano di betwa nempo no. Or the kwa yenje. Yanje no. Ehifa no kwa koton. Distribution channels. We've been talking about this every now and then. Anytime this conversation of content comes up, one thing that people keep falling on is the fact that we do not have enough distribution channels. We do not have enough exhibition channels as well. Even finance to get these things done. And mind you, content provision, it's a
big task.
It's a big task and also very financially involving.
Yeah,
we need a lot of money to be able to meet the standards. Now, if you're going to introduce, enough local content, it means that we are supposed to shoot or produce to meet the standard that the people have become used to. because we've been feeding them with foreign content for some time, and they've become used to the foreign content. And so if all of a sudden you want to face off the foreign content and get local content to replace it, the people's tastes have been, raised up. So whatever you're bringing should be equal to what they've already experienced, or almost equal to what they've experienced. And that comes with a lot of money. So you go out there and buy this foreign content at a very cheap price, come and sell it for us high, because sponsors pay a lot of money to be able to have their ads run on such programs, because such programs draw a lot of eyeballs. Now, would we, the local producers, have enough funds to produce to meet the standard such that when radio stations, TV stations adopt this content, it is strong enough to attract the same number of eyeballs that the foreign content gives them, so they could also run their business? So it's something that has a lot of questions when it comes to the producers to ask. The same way, even the media houses that are supposed to, encourage the use of more local content, they also have a lot of questions to ask. Will these content that we are receiving from our local producers
give them the revenue
strong enough to give us the eyeballs or the ears that will keep us running? Because media houses, about 70% of the money that used to run media house comes from advertisement. And these advertisers, because they know they are the strength of these houses, sometimes call the shots. They even decide the kind of shows you have to run on your channel and when you have to run it, because it is their money you're using to run. When they decide to pull out, media houses shake. There are media houses that when certain sponsors decide to pull out of certain programs, they shake and they run to them to beg that you need to stay on this program, else we can't keep it running. Things are extremely expensive. So calling for local content is not a bad idea, but have you positioned the people on a level that they will be able to produce to meet the demands? If we are to do 70% local content, fair enough. Where are the producers? Do they have enough money to give us this local content? So we'll just be having the talks, rhetorics, but at the end of the day, when you get to the ground, it is still the foreign content that's going to dominate. Because one, we don't have protection for our local content. Two, like that Hafko will sit here and say that we need to have protection so that if I invest, I know I can make the money back. Login system. He's been saying it over and over and over again. Nothing has been heard of it. So even if we decide to play a lot of local songs, the ones producing the songs, how will they get their monies back? How will he get back to the booth and produce more local songs for you to keep your channel running? Do we have those systems in place for the filmmaker? Does he have the copyright protection law such that if the show comes on your channel and somebody tries to duplicate it and do XYZ with its content, the law will be able to clamp down on such people so that your content is protected and you can maximize profit or make enough out of it and keep the job running? Because if nothing comes in, nothing will go out. Every other business, the banks, are they ready to give loans at a very reduced rate? So that you go for the loan and you pay something small in addition to the money you've made. The whole system is effed up. Yet they keep telling us to do more, do local content, more local content. Where's the legislation?
I see. Interesting times. Now, today is also the budget for the budget reading. Are you expecting something for the creative arts?
Yes, I am. Not too long ago, we okay. He says we shouldn't call him uncle.
So Safo, yes.
So Safo was here, and we had a lot of talks with regards to the forum we had, and we also hear certain things have been taken out. Some monies that were made available for certain projects. Hey, the panini. Is he here?
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, so that thing is true, huh?
Yeah, it's true. Talk of the angel.
No, talk of the devil.
No, talk of the
and
angel.
he surfaces.
He's here, so
you just used his name as an example and he entered.
And they came.
With his usual Sakura. Is that a guy said his head looks like coconut?
Coconut, yeah. Local one.
Oh.
Like Austin said the other day, so there were monies made available for certain projects that didn't happen. So in today's budget, we would want to hear some of these things like, okay, Skyway has been reassigned to do this job or do that, or we've set aside this amount of money for that for the next quarter. or what has been invested into the art so far, I'm sure some of these things will come up. But it's starting at 10 a.m. It's starting at 10 a.m.
I'm so much starting po. Yeah, Betty Kakra na Yakoso. Thank you so much, Arnold Mensah Levanyo. Let me move on to my man, Awele Zegezeg. Awele, the Trotro, Kaswa Trotro. Have you guys started rolling out?
Yes, we started last Thursday.
Okay.
It's on Thursday, 7:30 p.m. on UTV.
Okay, is it also online?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Not yet.
Okay. Monya fanto online so kan ho na ya yinru fie na yatimi ahwe bi later. And mo you TV so na mo dey to online. Mo nya ne sa what you say. Okay, good. Now that we are saying that the president, not we, the president is saying that we should give more mileage to local content in media programming. I'm sure this has been your prayers all this while.
Yes.
And he made that statement at Nafac.
He's calling for. You see, when you can impose, why do you call for?
How can he impose when maybe the legal instruments to do that is not there for him to impose?
Once you come up with a legal instrument, that is an imposition. You understand? So when you call for, it's like you are pleading. You are pleading with people to do it, but you have all the powers and whatever it takes to actually enforce it and make sure it happens. Like Arnold said, putting in place all the necessary systems to support that legislation. That is what we are looking at. Arnold made mention of certain things, but you see, the point is, we were there before. Local content was once ruling the airwaves. Let me limit it to TV. Was once ruling, and then all of a sudden, we don't know where this foreign content started coming from. So it isn't as if it has not been done before. It has been done before. Talking about the fact that it might be difficult for producers to finance it and all that, it is yes and no. Now we are afraid to invest because when you invest, the platforms to show it are not ready to show. When it comes to television, they are not ready because they are feeding on the foreign content so much and they are okay with it. They buy it at certain prices, bring it here, make all the money. So the problem is not the production, the problem is with the showcasing. I have a program sitting somewhere on a TV station, and up to date, they have not been able to adjust their schedule. Although they like the program and everything, the station is flooded with foreign content. So
they've not given you any space here to show
space. And the space they are offering is
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. 10 p.m. What are you talking about? So if that's why I'm saying that there should be proper legislation to monitor some of these things. Impose it. Say, look, between just as government was able to impose that you don't have the right to advertise alcoholic beverage until after a certain time. What is so difficult about this?
Then again, maybe the FDA at the time had what it needed to make this law possible.
Exactly.
Who knows? Now that media is currently being operated, managed, and being run by how the private people want it. You cannot just come and tell Zylofon TV or Zylofon FM, do this, do that, when they know their ways of survival.
If it's working in other places, it can work here. And you see, the good thing about local content to the corporate world, like Arnold was saying, the first call of revenue for every media company, yes, for every media company is the corporate
through
world.
Advertisement, yeah.
Yes, so it is good. Local content is so good and beneficial to corporate Ghana. Do you know why? They can infuse their products in our local content. You can't infuse our products in foreign content. You can do placements and all that. You can sell your products and services the way you want the people to see it via the local content. So corporate Ghana stands a chance of gaining more from local content as compared to all these foreign content. After, what do they do when it comes to the foreign content? They only play ads on it, and that is it. But we have what it takes to give them more, to give them their money's worth, and even more. We have done it before. So government should take this thing serious. And when it comes to
since the president has talked about it, I want to believe it will be done very, very soon.
We are hoping so. I'm talking so much about this because this is not the first time it's been talked about. They keep talking about it and nothing happens.
Talk shops.
Yes, talk shops. Nothing happens. This time there must be action.
I see. And about the budget, are you also expecting something good for our department?
Oh, they have been doing the allocations all the time. We don't see anything, so we are waiting.
Thank you, Awele Zege. And again, he is also a script writer, an actor, producer as well. So great. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
In fact, we were not expecting you today because of the time. 10:36, we are closing at 11.
I will be coming.
And
so I'm from Kofodia and I have to drive all the way here and I'm going back to Kofodia.
Oh, after the Nafac, you are now coming to Accra?
No, I went to Kofodia.
For the Nafac?
For the Nafac. And I'm here because of the program and I'm going back after. When I finish my submission, I'll go back. A promise is a promise.
I see. Oh, yeah. But this time that you are coming there, then if we had known that you were coming at this time, we would just let you rest for next week. Okay. Yeah, because time like just about 23 minutes to close. But we will manage it. Yeah. We will manage it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Are you following the budget reading today?
Yes, I am.
We just did our forum not long ago. Yeah. I hope this time around we're going to hear good news.
Yeah, we told you, and I promise you here that me, Socrates Safo, I will not participate in the talk shop. Yes, I told you I will not participate in the talk shop. So the forum was not a talk shop.
Okay.
It was to give policy directions as to what we are going to do, and we start doing it.
Okay.
We are on it as we speak now. The data collection exercise is ongoing.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
In which of the regions can we say?
No, we are now from Nafac because those who do the districts, that is the NCC directors. The directors are in Nafac, at Nafac right now in Kofodia. So when they come, the forms are going to
be given to the people.
The districts.
Okay.
They will mop up. We have been meeting with the various association heads. We are meeting even tomorrow at 10 o'clock. We are meeting them again. Okay. To do the final brush up for that to take off. So it's not a talk shop. As we speak now, we are also negotiating having a discussion with some of the insurance companies. Glyco were there. Yeah. Yes, there are others too who are bringing some other offers. So I see. We are also looking at that. So it wasn't a talk show.
I am in an arts platform where there are some forms going around for some loans. I don't know if it is coming from your end as well.
I was coming there.
Okay.
It's also out of that. At the forum we invited the Minister for Business Development there strategically, and right after the forum he called for a meeting, and that facility has been extended to the creative arts sector. So my brother, it wasn't a talk shop.
But I have seen the forms and they have called for people who are interested in the loans to start filling it and for
just
submission.
Unfortunate, we have part of our brothers too who know the law so well, who are saying that it is an illegality. So government is perpetuating an illegality by law. So for me yesterday,
in fact, that story.
For me yesterday, I went to minister and said, since it's an illegality, let's cancel it until we get things done well.
You don't mean what you are saying?
Master.
Someone. Yes, I think I've also seen the document from FOCAP. From FOCAP, yes.
So for me,
and you went. So Kritafu went to the minister to tell her that our people are saying it is illegal
until you pay the right thing.
Na boko de.
Boko pa.
Na onipa ba ko peka say illegal. No. Okay. I believe say akani 2-3. Yes, obi efum kuma yemfumu ndwa. So if because of what FOCAP is saying, you went to the minister and told her that our people are saying it is illegal, therefore we should cancel the loan facility. Then
Oba kuti baby o si we munhwe enye masa ya be ne den enye gya ne e be gya ne akopa e ba bi atena. I was here last week
And I said, say, you see, these microphones and these gadgets can make and unmake.
Yeah.
So let's make good use of it to our benefit. Here we are. We've been crying for opportunities, funding. When Arnold was talking, he was talking about funding. Please, last week I said, as pundits, let's also probe a little. You are doing series. Are you aware that KJTR versus Mokola got this support money to do their program? Are you aware?
No, he's not.
Why?
I'm not aware.
How come you are
Because
not aware?
I'm not in their
How
camp.
did it? You see, sometimes I do my
Socrates. Hold it. I am maybe Zylofon. I get money to do my works at Zylofon. How would the worker at maybe Despite Group of Companies, how would they know how I got my money?
Make us say, it's even in public say. It was even because this funding.
Who announced it?
The fund managers, that is business development. I've forgotten the full.
They announced it where?
When they were doing the disbursement, even last week they announced it. Some of the beneficiaries, and they
announced it where?
At their forum.
Which forum? The one we all went to?
No.
So that forum was Awele invited to that forum?
He posed it to me.
No, so I can handle that. There are some things. They are my job.
Sammy?
They are my job. Was he invited to that forum?
Sammy, I beg you. Let me direct my message well.
Oh no.
I'm with you.
I'm with you. Whatever.
I'm saying, there are fundings around, and as producers and filmmakers, content makers, if we need funding, all we need to do is to search, and we will get. They are there. As pundits also, let's also not come and sit on radio and say, oh, there's no support, the supports are there. It's up to you, the content maker, no, who decide to say, ejuma we ni me ya. Esu suya ejuma ni money ye. Oh, me pesca dia me production. Where do I go? How do I do it? What am I saying? But ya nye bibia ni de bia ni afford your arms, ni e complainia. Moyen. Ebina the producers of KJTR versus Mokola, etimiye move, making move. When you funding be from this same business development. Free the full crab. What am I saying? And it's there. I'm telling you, you can go and you source it and you can get it.
You see, thank you for the information. But I sit here in Ghana and I know of funds outside Ghana and how to assess them.
It.
When we had Zylofon Art Fund, I can say with authority that entirely the whole Ghana knew about it. Those institutions have PR departments that are supposed to push these things through. You understand? So if you have not drummed it down very well, fine. I also have the right to research though, but these things are not supposed to be private. They are supposed to be information in the public domain.
Information,
yes. In public domain, I can tell
to what extent? Because if me a filmmaker, I don't think for real, do you know about it?
So Socrates, are they?
Tony,
I think the company is called Laser and Legacy. They are Laser and Legacy. So what does it mean? Do they give you credit on their my friend is saying cast end credit? Do they give you end credit?
End credit, I don't understand.
As in, if it's something before the production starts, this production was partly funded by so and so. Do they do that?
No, it's not part of the requirements that you should say it.
So you see, because you were accusing him and maybe us for not knowing, we are also telling you that the people you've given money to, sometimes they also have to be part of us knowing. So I've seen a trailer. They're about to start something with the guy from Takra, Mr. Eventuary. They're about to start something with him. I've seen promos of that. If really they got funding from your firm, and they also want the world to know that, oh, we have been supported by government in any way. Sometimes even their promos, before we see them, they can also add all those details. This production was partly or fully funded or was funded by Benengbon, so that we can also sit here and say, oh, the production was funded by. But when we see Laser and Legacy, their production, how do I know?
Okay, Sammy, I'm saying, say, if you come on radio, before you say there is nothing, make sure there is nothing. What am I saying? But when you have not searched, and you come and sit there and say there is nothing now, that is not right.
That is the information. That is the information he has. According to his information, he cannot say there is some.
Where?
No.
On searching for information,
you are not getting me. I'm saying that according to what he has, he cannot say there is something because he doesn't have that information that says something has been done.
Searching for information, no.
Mama one procedure and information beating your buy.
Fine.
Yeah, people did not do it. You guys are not
but
talking about it.
But the fact that you have not gone to search for information, that doesn't mean information new. And you won't search here, information new. That is where I'm coming from.
Search you.
Oh, Sammy, even here as we speak, we can go on the net, search for funding for small projects in Ghana. You can search Google and you can search, it will pop up. What am I saying? Until yen task ye ho kakra. See adwuma na ye no.
Okay, good call.
But the little opportunity, then we drum as if there is nothing. And baby, meanwhile, no, obinsu baby, opportunities be brewa. Ota, yes. Mesre. Government has pushed. You are talking about laws and regulations. The laws are there already, my brother. The laws are there. The cultural policy of Ghana calls for 70-30. Nobody is holding these TV stations and account weight.
To hold them account out. That's what I'm saying.
This is what he
That's
talked
exactly
about.
what I said.
That the president has the power. If really he wants us to dominate our screens with 70% local content, he has the power. You this channel, I will be watching you from morning to evening. What you are showing, you are doing 70 foreign and 30 local. Go this way.
Okay, you see this power strategically has been invested in the film and classification. Your friend is saying yes, for them to determine what goes on TV. What am I saying? We are sharing information for them to determine what goes on TV. So they will now vet per the law. No, they will vet everything that goes on TV now, and then they will allot the percentages. This is also information. Who as somebody on the field, you have to learn. If you are a footballer, need FIFA the regulations bar. Where is
Mr. Safo? What I am saying and what you are saying are two different things. What I'm saying is that we keep hearing this thing all the time. I know about the 70-30. It has been there. Since when? Who is enforcing it? It's not my responsibility to enforce it. And the body you are talking about, it has been instituted on paper. The last time we met, we were talking about a physical place where that body will operate from. It is not existing.
I beg you, as we speak now, if you go to the classification office, the head there is called Kwamina. Fine.
So what are they doing? They are there. Are they working? That is the question. Are they working? Sorry. We are not interested in are they working. We must feel their impact. We are here. Sammy Flex is running this show, and we can feel his impact. He wakes up in the morning, he comes to sit here, and he runs the show. In his absence, somebody else runs the show. That is what we are talking about. So it's not about what is on paper and what is classified. You see, you keep talking about information that is classified. The information must be out there.
It's public out. It
must be out there. It must be so common.
This is where the issue is. Okay, every time when Socrates comes here, we get new information. Information we should have known.
Yes.
Per his
yes. And he always expects us to know.
And here's the case. This information is nowhere to be found. There should be a click.
Stop us. How do we know them?
For example, that footballers. When FIFA comes up with new regulations, what do? They put it out there. Good. Site. Wait. I beg you. You see, FIFA puts it out.
Classification board. Do they have a website?
Themselves, they go and learn.
Do they have a website?
You're a footballer, and you don't make the effort of going to learn. and you sit back and say, I don't know. You know.
Every time.
I'm not expecting you.
No. We are not good. Don't buy him. You are not expecting. You want to buy him. You are not expecting him to do what? See this laser and legacy issue that you are telling us we should know. How do we know?
We know because here's the case, Socrates.
Those who are driving on the streets, don't they learn how do you call it, driving regulations?
They do.
But they know where to go and learn.
So you as a filmmaker, you decide to be a filmmaker.
Well, maybe because of where Socrates is, we will never agree with him. Maybe because of where he is. Because of his position.
I beg you, no.
I'm saying that because there are some privileged information that you have that we don't have.
No.
That is why I'm saying we might never agree with you until it changes.
Sammy, I beg you, before even getting to where I am, there are information that I have that my colleagues, sometimes you meet them, we are talking and they have no idea. Omo juma ne say, omo no. Offer the camera or set wako shoot. But me in my free time, I go on or go on the net, I search information. Not because I am in government, no, before then. And you know, some of them, no, they are so quote unquote ignorant about the same industry now. They don't learn. That is where I am coming from. Say, if you want to be in a certain profession, learn. Don't just sit back.
Mr. Safo, you see why you talk like this? You want to downplay everybody.
I'm not downplaying.
That is exactly what you are doing. Do you know the kind of information I also have that you don't have?
No.
So you don't brag about this. You see, when you
this is not bragging. Please.
Okay, let me retract. Let me retract that word if you are not happy with it. When an institution is empowered to do something, apart from the fact that as an individual who finds myself in an industry, it is my responsibility to learn. No two ways about that. It is also the responsibility of that institution to make information available.
They have
as
made it
common as it is.
They have made it available.
Do they even have a website? You see, some of these things have websites. Some of these things, and what kind of information do they put out there? Some of these things, they are by privilege of where you sit. You have certain information. It's by default. No, you get it.
Please,
I just told you. No.
Okay, Socrates. Hello, guys. Let's have a meaningful conversation. Let's Awele. Socrates, please. Let's have a meaningful conversation. When we do the banter back and forth like this, we make no meaning. We just waste the airspace. Wait. Oh, Socrates, I'm still talking. Wait. Socrates, when you come, sometimes you make us all look like we are useless people, and that perception, it is wrong. Yes, that is how you make it look.
Really?
Yes.
That's how you feel.
For example, asking me if I know.
No, wait. I'll do that. You make us feel like we are useless people because where you are, what you hear, what you know, what you see, we don't see that with you. And anytime when you come out and you are talking, you think it should be so easy to know or it should be so easy to see. No, it is not. Imagine this man. He doesn't wake up sniffing who has been giving money. If you want us to know, there are so many ways you will let us know. He used one example, and once again, that credit came from you when he said the day Zylofon Media decided to give the arts people some funding. How did you do it? You organized a big press conference. That press conference, I think I played a role, whether the MC or whatever, something like that. I was the coordinator like that. We invited the relevant bodies. After that, we shared information about the press conferences everywhere. So those who were in Kumasi who didn't come here, Tamale who didn't come here, they all saw it and they started chasing you and your people for funds. Now you are telling us you've given money to someone, something that was done in your own secrecy, in your corners, in your offices, and you think Awele should know because he has CCTV cameras in your offices. And when you come and you are presenting it, you make it look like I don't know him saying Socrates, name me your office now. and to buy ya trouble and your emotions. I look at me feeling say as a baby yente was that because they be a person in my too simple, but yes simple, sir.
Okay, thank you.
I beg you, boss.
Thank you for your advice, but Pacho, I think say your words are
no, that is how you make it look.
Okay, I'm sorry, but you see, Sammy, in the first place, my catcher will say, "Me kasanu tie me."
Raise why me?
Oh,
yes.
sir.
So create make us and count tie me. That means make us an auntie.
Oh, okay. Nientra me can say, me chere will say, you are saying say based on baby I'm eating no, and yama baby o ha me nimu a, munim. And me catch and me say can say. Before even getting to office, what do I say? I make that distinction. Say, and yema bebre wo ha, misua ye mi hu ye frame meeting me call. What do I say? I started dealing with the copyright office 15 years even before getting in there. Yen crofwe bebre wo ha frame omoma. So by taking that time. Utimi nya information bebre utimi sua niema bebre uchia omo a na omo complain anu obisa say but ade a wo complain hu ide e wo ha. That is where I'm coming from. Utima say it's not about where I sit. I'm not using where I sit as the yardstick. No, I'm talking about opportunities at a war industry ni mo a nipa ni bebre nya enya mepe. I'm telling you, nipa bebre nya information, enya benefits, opportunities bebre. Yes, so common, open to everybody. But colleague, sometimes who see on my radio so no complaining, no say adi how complaining there say how. And you know, me play ni say juma when you see ya, you take your time. It's not just about the work, but let's also learn. Let's also search. Opportunities, funding, any niema bebre wo ho. Minim driver be a police channel. O wesu adwuma ninti no. Otimini police ni ne kasa. Ema police ni krampo twa no pruse. What am I say? Obi so wa eno ane so nim crotch gear na we keke okọ. Oye bibi kra nya wrong police jan krampo ane ne ho po.
Okay.
That is where I'm coming from say.
Okay.
Let's learn.
Okay. Everyone I know in this business is ready to learn, but then how to access the information. So as much as you are telling us to learn, we will also pray that because you are also closer to powers, you should also make the information easily accessible. When you make the information easily accessible and the people don't learn, then I will support you. So we chastise them. But when the information is underground, where we have to go and dig before we get to know. When you come, don't accuse us of not knowing, because he might not have the tools to dig.
Basami, you also agree with me. We've had several.
Oh, Mr. Massive, Medasi. I say more. You see, every morning I have decided to do something that no one has commissioned me to do.
Okay.
And what I am doing is that the Ghana Police Service, their Facebook page, every Monday put some security tips there. Because one day I chanced on it and I realized, this is useful information. And in my capacity as a presenter, as a broadcaster, I can also help to make the information go across to people. Every morning I go there, check out what has been posted there, and I share it with my people.
Beautiful, Sammy.
This is the current living we are in.
Beautiful, Sammy. Last week I can say when we are coming here, the topic I be discussing. Sometimes let's do a little, just a little.
And then who says no one does that?
But information go how be can me pacho.
What the information na kwa share with them? Yama me bu pro na nsa na yenya. Anopai Ghana Police Service share numbers almost so be Harazi road ni so a ubetimi afre. Omo afan kwa share omo office amfre selected media people amfa momo. Ama bisa obi say ade na unim. When you call selected media people, they put it out. So one of the areas that this morning if I want to research about Ghana Police, what I have to do is maybe I'll go online like you are saying. I'll check on some of these platforms. Oh, me research it. What I see there, what I do is called research. When I come on, before I come on air, I go there, Ghana Police Service. What is new there? Then I come and say that is research. So great. Our time is up. Our best say yemreni na and to konkona ne be kun. The aya brantem. Oba entokwa
sila no
me si ba bia ate no yenti wase dade wa free ho anabia ya betan obi
sa sami mesre mi nuanum me pa mo cho eya yemisa otimasi yemisa no
asenkro na no come
no until
it's not anything new.
Yeah, because when you talk of funding, when you talk of regulations, when you want to talk about this or that, the information is out there already. We've just a click of a button.
But there was one I even told you I saw.
Yes.
This morning when you came, I told you that. David. Man, kosechi digibia. The information was just handy. It was just handy.
Here you are as a filmmaker. You want to shoot a series. You want funding. What will you do? Well, can't you just go on the net and search funding for small? Yes, funding for small businesses in Ghana. What am I saying? You search funding for government small business. Okay. No, please. You see, don't act funny.
Baby, I see the high.
Yes, you are the minion. Yes, you are the boy. Your colleagues, I'm not talking about myself. There are people out there. They are all filmmakers. They are benefiting from these things, and you have other access too. No more complaining.
Okay.
Why are you pointing?
Our time is up. So great. How was Nafac? Give me a total overview of Nafac, because he was here.
Nafac ne koso. Nafac ne koso.
President Antimiamba no tu kwan.
I know tu kwan. Your man is speaking.
Minister, senior minister.
I can tell you, say, see, when you talk of good content, you have good content for Ghana. We have a lot of good, and again, controversially, I'll tell you, say, it doesn't take money alone to do good content. Not just money alone. You may not have the money. Whatever you have, I would try say no. It can be better, far better than Nobia Okita millions. One, who you hire to do the job for you, how you organize it, and what you change, the finishing. Some of these things, no, it may not take that much money. The scripts now will prepare. Obiso okocha script bi. And now all pay a dank CB. Me say, oh, Minia. Say, when you're ready, why are you writing such a script when you don't know how to execute it well? And to design your story in a way, say, you will need a near walk locality now. Obetimi ako Mr. PFE or ako Sereno. Nuenya, no ako anti oboshi ho, no ako ko yusu ne choba ho de aye near maybe. But the story, these three things, how you execute the story, can give you a good product.
Okay.
On our screens, we've seen many good ones. Salah, my name is Oshe Salah. What's Salah?
Yeah.
How good Shall Frimpong Manso series ni bebre or what in Yama. And you know, we have the content here already. They are good. But
a time or so.
Okay, that's it.
Time or so. But so great wompa sayam pase enkofo into okadia na ne omo how because adwuma wo ye mo pa hwese wa be neutralizing some e kan nyina but I no face we beat anu onim se ombiti yen no ani ye sheda say yate but adwuma afa na we trim
Sami,
yes.
Dream bonipa na ebe ho team so bi obeka say mpacho o Sami.
So I stick mamia wu.
Quick. Oh.
Yes.
Welcome to the club.
Miss
me mamia wu say nyina ya janka. Me po bi adopt me ntino. Nyame ncha de obi a wa outside bia obi adopt.
Did you timi catch a stick card uni papa. Uni pa no.
The asidani de be me nyame. Enti obi a wa outside o person adopt me no. Mpacho say me ya janka. But Sami quick one no. The funding is out there for creative industry.
Yes, I've seen it.
It's not selective. Obia no.
Yeah.
So when we na mpacho shema.
Yeah, messenger man. Messenger.
Obetina hands one can. No more can about funding. I think I'll stop on catch say.
Oh, David. Obia kasa we na obe shema kiki. I know how I do my things.
Oh, okay.
Until I told mommy.
Okay.
By any to me, we are topics.
And then my kind
There be one money me come here.
It was a cocoa for you that is
Yeah,
here.
go back to Kofodia.
Oh, okay. To Baba Bang.
Measure say.
And must start data collection na moye no.
Oh, data collection there. Ochina no, you were meeting with the heads of the various organizations.
A man for say adena moko bia no wo Kofodia na mo say multi-purpose use. No msa say funny.
Oh, say no. Me amatina han say aka. Say utie me a sometime back you catch you say contractor na e dey adwuma ne man no. Senia a call ye no.
Okay.
Ye nyina ye ni nye ho. The acoustics there no e bad, the structure intino. And no utie me bioma me catch you say that is why Kumase there no. We quickly went there to inspect how he's doing it. I stop no.
Okay.
What am I say? Enti ye nyina na ye peni ye. Say a year, massa, me benefit wo Samuel.
I know. Say old Ben. A bedroom me na I ha.
Yes.
Obenya di mu du no.
There be me say when it comes to even film.
And I'm saying and also still a also be benefiting more.
A hon na me hwe first.
But be a benefit.
Yes. Enti no.
Enti me de ne be ba ne swantano do de ni kakra kame de no.
You mate.
Aha. So crazy the
obey.
obey.
Enti mummy nyina yen support.
Aban ne ye den.
Aban ne bodwuma. Ama yen nyina yen support.
Yen nye choboy ne nye den.
Ni en somu, ni en build it. It's not empty.
Two bias ne sambalat for ne ba.
Yen ka omonim. Ko gina chire. What am I saying?
Ebi net unsa benkum so na na.
Onye on information. Information. Into my more information, me pacho. Just get the form from Sami. Fill and bring, and I can assure you, say,
okay.
You get the support.
Thank you so much, DJ Sticker. This is your song, and the entire family. This is your song.